the award-winning Beyond Vaudeville program with your host, Frank Hope, and your co-host, David Green. Special guest, Quentin Crisp, Konstantin Bokov, Coco and Penny, and our own Kevin Collier with his friend Bub, and Glenn and his friend Flub. Joey.
Okay, thank you very much for tuning in once again to the Beyond Vaudeville program. Thank you, David. As you can see, we have a lot of things planned today, so we better just hop right to things. Oh, look, it's a balloon, and it's be proud of the Lake County, vote Republican. Okay, now, so we do have many things. Dave's going to have iced tea, and I told him that he shouldn't drink in the studio because you're not supposed to have water by all the wires. But he said that he's gotten on an iced tea kick now, and even though I told him it's not good for him because it has lots of sugar in it, so he thought he's going to be smart and put his own sugar and just and make it really too sugary. And I told him it's very bad for him. But if he's going to do that, then that's his problem, if you ask me. Okay. First, we want to say thanks to one of our favorite publications, Cracked magazine, that we've been reading for many years. This is their Gilligan's Island joke thing, and it's very amusing. And we want everyone to read, and for the Cracked guys to keep watching. Also, we want to make an open invitation. If two of my favorite stars of all time, Brandon Cruz and Christopher Knight, would like to come on the program, they're welcome to come on anytime they'd like to. Okay, we also, I have a new watch that I want to show. It's a Slime Time watch with, it has a bat instead of a regular kind of watch like you usually have. Okay, also want to show the talking E.T. That talks. He just said ouch like in the movie. He said ouch again. I didn't know what he said that time. That's when he says E.T., E.T., E.T. And, okay, we also want to say, ask them to keep up the good work at this old house. We like watching every Sunday Bob Vila and Norm Abrams, and we want them to keep up the good work. David, you're only hurting yourself, and you think it's funny, but no one. The last.
Oh yeah, I think it's funny.
Okay, well the last laugh is on the people that get to see you kill yourself like that. Okay. Also, I want to recommend if you want good cereal. The Ghostbusters cereal is recommended. It's like the ghost. They have little ghosts, ghost marshmallows that you can eat. Okay, we better move on to our first guest now because we have lots of guests to have on. Ladies and gentlemen, we're very honored to have a very famous New Yorker and actually a transplanted Londoner, and we did have Frederick Davies, the astrologer from London. And now please welcome the naked civil servant himself, Mr. Quentin Crisp. How do you do, Mr. Crisp?
I'm fine, thank you.
There's a clip-on mic for you there. If I can just get that on. Okay. Now, Mr. Crisp, I know everyone watching in New York is very familiar with you. You're a very familiar face in Manhattan, based on the work that you've done. Could you tell us what you've been up to lately?
Well, I've not been up to much. I do very little. In fact, before I do anything, I always ask myself one question. Could I possibly get out of this?
Okay.
So I do very little. I'm a dab hand at doing nothing.
Well, we're grateful that you found the time to come up here and do something with us.
It's a pleasure.
Now, The Naked Civil Servant, there was a film made on that with a Mr. John Hurt. And what did you think of Mr. John Hurt's performance in the movie, Up Your Book, The Naked Civil Servant?
Well, I was amazed by the whole thing. When I was told it was going to be made into a television play, I thought it was a joke. Then when I found it was serious, I was even more amazed. Whenever I was on the set, they said, "Is it like it was?" And I said, "I want what Thames Television wants," because I couldn't see it mattered whether it was like my life or not. But they made all the sets over. They even made Mr. Hurt over, who is now my representative on Earth.
And how is that he's your representative? He...
That's how people know me.
Okay.
When I first arrived in America, people used to stop me in the street and say, "Are you him or the other one?"
Even though you don't really look like each other, they connected the two of you because he was in the movie. Now he doesn't keep his hair like yours. Your hair is very unique. The coloring that you use.
Oh, this is the crazy color that the punk rockers wear. He wore 5 different hair colors in all, in order to be mouse-colored to represent innocence, 2 shades of scarlet to represent sin, and 2 shades of this color to represent defeat.
Okay. Now why do you wear something that represents defeat? Why?
That is, I'm a professional loser.
Oh. Okay. Well, we like to think of our guests as winners, and we wouldn't like to think of you as a loser. And you a very famous person that we're grateful to have here. Why would you say you're a loser?
Well, defeat is my style.
Oh. Okay.
If at first you don't succeed, failure may be your thing.
Okay. And Mr. Crisp always has little sayings like that are sort of words to live by. You're often a very quoted person.
That is true, yes.
Okay. Now you mentioned punk stars. Do you like today's music? The rock
I don't
stars?
like any music.
No.
Music is the most noise, conveying the least information.
Well, don't you feel maybe you can say some things in music that you couldn't do?
Nothing I would wish to hear.
And does that include I mean, even if somebody were at a birthday party and they sang "Happy Birthday," is that you don't like that kind of music?
They could say it.
But you don't like it.
Well, I think it's a mistake. Everything that's gone wrong with the world has been the result of the music.
Okay. Well, it's a good thing we don't have any musicians on our show tonight. But you would. Okay. Well, let's maybe. I'm sorry. This is my co-host Dave, Mr. Crisp, and he's probably had too much sugar, I think, from what he was doing before with his. Okay. All right. We better move on. We have lots of guests, so why don't we bring out another one of our special guests? This man is an artist from the Soviet Union, and his name is Konstantin Bokov. And please welcome Mr. Bokov, please. Konstantin, you're going to draw with your feet, right?
Yes. I am going to beat Picasso and Van Gogh with my foot.
Okay.
Drawing with my feet.
Okay. Mr. Crisp, do you feel the same way about artists, painters, as you do musicians, or?
No, because you don't have to look at pictures, but you can't help hearing the music.
Oh, okay. So you probably don't keep a radio on when you're at home?
I've never had a radio.
Okay. Konstantin, you also paint with your hands, right?
Yes. I paint with everything.
Okay. This is the first time we've had an artist paint with his foot on the show. That looks like a familiar face, I think.
Yes, this is
Coming up
Lady
there.
Liberty. I draw her 100 times and still I am not tired.
I think.
It's my favorite image.
Oh, I don't know if you can do that. No. Oh, all right. Maybe. Okay. Oh. I bet you couldn't do that, David. Wow, look at that. Very good, Konstantin. Very good. Konstantin, perhaps you'd like to have a seat there and tell us what you've been up to. You can take your pen out of your toe if you want.
Don't worry.
Oh, is the mic working for Mr. Bokov? Okay.
Yes.
So, what have you been up to lately?
First of all, thank you very much. You give me opportunity to beat Picasso and Van Gogh at this show.
Right.
with my feet. Now.
And so maybe so it's like Van Gogh, and maybe someday you'll cut off your foot instead of your ear. Well,
No, I don't like to cut my foot. Why? No.
I don't know too much about art, but I had heard that Mr. Van Gogh had cut his ear one time.
No, I have no time to cut my ear because I am very busy. I am very involved in New York, in life of city New York.
Now we can tell from your outfit that you're very
Yes.
busy. You
I show you. There is New York in my New York spirit here. First of all, look this. This is for protection. I am not Gernard Birds and I not carry gun with me. So this is just simple.
you use a hammer.
Yes, but
Okay.
here, look, cockroach shelter, no exterminator allowed. There is two problems in this pocket.
Oh.
Cockroaches, national insect and shelters, homeless. They are in this pocket.
Oh, it's a.
And here is no radio, only pencils. I protect myself. No one broke into my pocket if they know there is only pencils in this pocket.
Okay, so but that would be just like losing a radio for some people, like losing a radio from the car, because you
Yes.
need your pencils to
Yes.
to draw, and you draw on in restaurants and on walls and everywhere you can.
Yes,
right?
I draw everywhere, and not only that. Recently, I have made a big project I made a park art under George Washington Bridge near Red Light House, and it was many strange things here I have done. I like to work with nature, and whenever I found something interesting, piece of wood or piece of metal, I turn it into object of art, into sculpture or into some joke. For example, I make a good joke when I saw broken light pole.
Right.
So I turn it into broken public telephone, and I put their sign, sorry, out of order, you see.
Okay.
So, yes.
They wouldn't let you do that in the Soviet Union.
I don't know what happened now in Soviet Union because it was certain years ago I immigrated there. But now they said in Moscow and in Leningrad there is artists come to the street and they paint and they draw people there, and authorities let them doing that.
So things are changing a little bit.
Yes, things are it's changing.
Okay, but you're going to stay here with us in the U.S.
No, without New York City, I died maybe within 1 week. I am dead because New York is great, and I need the people of New York City. I need this crazy city.
Okay,
Yeah.
well, it can be a crazy city, but here's somebody who's not crazy at all. It's our good friend Kevin with his movie critic friend Bub. Kevin.
Hello, Frank. How's everyone doing out there? Say hello, Bub.
Hi, Mr. Hope, Mr. Crisp.
everyone else out there? Okay. What would you like to talk about today, bub? Some movies coming out for the summer. Oh, okay. Well, which ones do you know about? There's a ghost story called Lady in White. Oh, yeah? Yeah. About two little kids. Okay, what else? Yeah. I heard there's a new Rambo movie coming out. Who cares? Okay, well, we want to talk about that. Yeah. Also, Crocodile Dundee #2. Yeah, he's funny. Okay. You want to say anything else? Where's my Fosters? Oh, I didn't know you drank. Yeah. Well, that's too bad. So, I don't care. Okay. You mad? No. All right. Say goodbye to everyone there. Okay.
Okay, thank you, Kevin and his
Thank
friend
you.
Bob, for the movies that we can look for this summer.
Okay.
Okay,
Bye.
bye, Bob and his friend Kevin. Kevin and his friend Bob, and now we're gonna have a special treat. The only mother-daughter comedy team, Coco and Penny. Please welcome now.
Hi, my name is Penny. You know me. I'm the girl who can't get rid of her mother. No matter how I try, she's always there, ready to say,
I told you so.
like last month when she told me I'd have a hard time if I wanted to break up with this personnel director I was dating. And when I did break it off, I had to give him 2 weeks' notice.
I told you so.
Why are you always here?
I'm just making sure that you don't tell vicious stories about our family to total strangers.
Mom, I want to do a stand-up comedy act. If I have anything to say about our family, will only be the truth.
That's what I mean. Vicious stories about our family.
Why must you always be with me?
Oh, because we're a team. You know, Simon had Garfunkel, Stilla had Mira.
Caesar had Brutus.
Penny, I don't have to stand for those insults. I mean, I could be home watching my favorite game show.
And what show is that?
Wheel of Fortune cookies.
There you go again, just thinking about food. You know, you're supposed to be on a diet.
But I am on a diet.
Well, what diet are you
I'm
on?
on that liquid diet.
How is that liquid diet?
Oh, it's heck trying to get a Big Mac up a straw.
Well, weren't you on that Scarsdale diet?
Oh, yeah, I shot my doctor.
Have you ever thought about trying any diet pills?
Well, I was once on the Valiums diet.
What's the Valiums diet?
You take 30 Valiums and the food falls out of your mouth.
Well, thank you very
Thank
much.
you very much, Coco and Penny. And you can just have a seat over there by Konstantin and Dave. So now you ladies have been performing together now for a little while.
For a long time, right?
Right, we met in the hospital.
I guess that's true.
In the maternity ward you met. Okay. So what now? You play a lot of places all around.
Right, we work throughout the comedy club circuit.
Yeah, we were just in Pennsylvania, and last night we were at Dangerfields, and we play all over.
Right, wherever we can be booked.
Now, are you the only mother-daughter comedy team? Was I right to say that, or?
Yes, we're the only mother and daughter comedy team in history. That's right.
And it's wonderful that you both get along so well that you can do that.
Well, actually, when we do this act, it's a chance for me to yell at Mom, and then I don't have to talk to her for the rest of the day.
Okay. David, sit back, please. Please sit back. Okay.
Well, it's a pleasure to be on your show.
Well, it's nice to have you here, and have you been enjoying our show so far?
Very
that's
much.
Mr. Bokov and
Yes.
David and Mr. Crisp. And Mr. Crisp, do you like stand-up comedy? I don't know.
I do when I understand it. If the jokes are political, I don't understand them. But when they're domestic jokes, then I enjoy them.
Yeah, just like Coco and Penny's.
Yeah.
Do you do political jokes at all, or?
Oh, not too much.
No, maybe just a very, very little.
And have you ladies been familiar with Mr. Crisp's work? Any of his books or anything? Do you appreciate his work?
Yes.
Oh, yes, very much.
Or? Okay, and
Treat for us.
okay, and David, I don't think likes anything sometimes when he gets.
Yeah,
well,
Cute, though.
he is cute, though, right?
Oh, they like you, David.
It's another little friend over there.
I think David is blushing. I never see him blush. Okay. All right. No. Sit down. Shh. Okay. Why don't we move on to something else now? Let's have please Glenn and his friend Flub, please. Glenn and his friend Flub are going to do a book.
I'm here, Frank.
Do it now,
I'm here.
Glenn. Hurry up.
Okay.
Good.
Normally we like to.
Wait, Mitch didn't get you yet on the camera. Hold on. Okay.
Okay. Normally we like to review books, but we don't have a lot of time. So and since like Chairman Steve's not here and stuff, Flub thought it would be a really good idea to get culture in by like reading literature. So we're going to read a poem from this book by Rod McEwen, who's like the most popular poet in America. A book's called Field of Wonder, and Flub's going to read. Okay. What's this called? Jeez. Close Watch, right. Okay, you ready? Yes. I began by loving nobody. Then nobody's face became the face of many, as I traveled not to Tiburon or Tuscany, but battled back and forth between the breasts and thighs of those who fancied for a time my forelock and my foreskin. If they could overlook my acne and the inch I lacked to carry them to heaven, I too could deal in charity, forgetting how their faces always seemed to be the same, and thinking only how their thighs were rowable and readable, and right for me and wrong for me. Okay,
I don't think
that's
you
enough.
usually okay, maybe you should do book reviews next time, and maybe because Chairman Steve is our poet. Maybe you shouldn't do poetry.
You didn't like that?
No, I'm sorry. Yes, it was very good, Glenn.
It was Flub's idea.
Okay, I'm sorry. All right, why don't we move on now? We have Joey the Monkey, which for more family-oriented material. Joey's going to do an operatic piece for us today. I think, but they're having a technical. very much, Joey. Good opera time. Usually you dance, Joey, but now today you wanted to do some opera for us, and thank you very much. Well, now we have everybody. We made everybody and got everybody into the show. Any last words from our guest, Mr. Crisp? Anything else to add that we haven't done?
I think we've covered everything.
Okay. And David, anything for you? Maybe, okay. Let's go. No, Joey, I don't think it's a good idea to do that. All right. Okay, no, Joey, that was not the idea. You used to do opera time, and that's all. Okay, let's have Coco now. Coco, anything final to say?
Well, it's been a very fun show.
Right.
And I've loved it.
No fighting, fellows.
Right. And we hope to have all of you back. And of course, Konstantin, you want to show us what you're holding
I
there?
like to show my piece of art. I call the sex bomb. You see, there is different stories. Dr. Freud is here. Sponsors Museum of Modern Art, Whitney Museum, Guggenheim Museum, Metropolitan Museum, and private collector. Deadly weapon against AIDS. There is many New York stories. You see. Spirit of New York City is in this thing.
Okay.
Symbolic.
And Joey, thank you for coming, and Glenn and his friend Flub, and of course Kevin and his friend Bob. And now we're going to wrap up with a final, our closing song for today. We're going to have from Jim Neighbors. He's going to do There's a Kind of Hush. No, that's the end of the list. Okay.